Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on compensation, equity, and discontent. My name is Octavio Ramirez Lopez. This is class MPA 540 Public Personnel Management at California Baptist University for Professor Dr. David C. Powell. Okay, so I'm going to begin by discussing one of the positions that an employee who's no longer with the county, how basically what brought to her discontent. So she believed that the way she was compensated was not fair with the contribution she had to make to the county. So she started with the county of Riverside the same time that I did. We went through induction together, but she was unhappy because basically she felt that she wasn't compensated the way she should be compensated or given the job position that she wanted to. So we started noticing some signs of anger and some verbal expressions, to the point where one time she actually flipped me off. Like, we kept this a secret, didn't tell anyone, because I mean she was already having a hard time as it was, and I decided not to take it personal. So the reason that she was discontent is because we both were provided, I mean, given the position for social workers. However, she was social worker 4, and I started social worker 3 because I had my bachelor's in social work, and she had a master's degree. I believe it was in justice. But however, she felt that again, I was given the position for adult protective services APS, whereas she was given the position for in-home support services, which is more there's more of eligibility whether you apply for righteousness or not, and doing intake assessment. Whereas adult protective services, you go more with the client, you investigate abuse, link client to resources, and kind of do more things about it. So she wanted to do APS, and I just started with a bachelor. So she felt that because she had a higher degree, that she should be given the position over me in APS. So unfortunately, her discontent did not just come with her feeling that it wasn't fair that I was given APS and she was given IHSS, but her discontent also came with other factors, which she wasn't really meeting her needs, her physiological needs, her safety needs, and she couldn't climb up the higher, the hierarchy of needs. So she couldn't meet the rest of her needs because first, she came from LA. She would drive from LA every day, so she would have to be in the office super early, so she would kind of lack on her sleep, and then she would leave the office late because her job, she wasn't very happy, so she wasn't performing where she was supposed to be performing, so she had to stay late after work to try to meet her stats. So not just the sleep, but also the financial needs. So when she got her first check, we're still in induction, she reviewed her check online, and she became very upset, stating that she should just stay where she was working at as working for a paralegal, stating that after taxes and deductions, she was making less money and she would not be able to cover her financial responsibilities. So that was another reason why she was not meeting her needs, and basically she felt that it wasn't fair, that she should just stay over there. In regards to also financial, so it wasn't just a basic need that she needed to meet her safety needs. It was also an extrinsic motivator that she wanted to make more money based on her state that she should have just stayed where she was at, and stating that she basically came to Riverside County because she thought she was going to make more money. Uh, she became more discontent when she started learning, I mean, as new employees, we didn't know any better, so people started discussing uh, the rate that we were getting paid. So there were many that had a master's degree and started as a social worker 4, and then there was many of us that started as a social worker 3 with a bachelor's. But the pay difference, we start in the lower step increase, but the lower level. But again, they're social worker 4 step 1, we're social worker 3 step 1, but the pay difference was only 20 cents. She started becoming more discontent when she began to learn that uh, bilingual workers would get paid an extra 70-80 cents. So she became a discontent, stating that basically it wasn't fair, that speaking 2 languages, she didn't believe that it made up for her qualifications or having a master's degree. Another strength and motivator was that when we started, seasonal employees were telling us that basically in order for someone to be a supervisor, they had to first do APS besides IHSS, so that way they could have understanding of both programs and how to use the systems to run both programs. So she became upset, stating that she didn't feel it was fair for a social worker threes with a bachelor's degree to be given APS position where there's people who had more qualifications, such as a master's degree, to be given that position as an APS and more chances to promoting eventually. So that was an extrinsic motivator. She wanted to make more money, and also she wanted to have higher chances of promoting in the short run. Okay, so compensation is an easy task for management to accomplish without leaving some employees unhappy, especially when employees start comparing their income to other people's incomes and they feel they're not fairly being compensated. So I learned my lesson. Don't share your pay rate with others since it can affect other people's views and even my own views or my performance if I feel that I've been underpaid as compared to others. Thank you so much for viewing my presentation, and hopefully everyone has a blessed weekend.